how is Pounamu formed? To me and my whānau, wow, from my Ngāti Mahuta whānau, Pounamu was a star, was one of Tāwhiri Mātia's eyes, and it was one of 3 stars that fell back to Papatūānuku. The kautiaki of that Pounamu, or the personification, is called Potini, and then in his form he's taken on the form of Nephrite. So there's many stories on why Pounamu was found only on the West Coast from years and years ago. That's because it was easily found on the West Coast. And how it got there through our Ngāi ancestry is that an ancestor of ours was chased all the way down from the Bay of Islands, and she was taken and stolen by Potini because he fell in lust with her. Potini eventually turned Waitaiki into Pounamu because he knew he was going to lose her and he didn't want to give her back. And then one of the other stories from our whānau on the east coast of the North Island is the Tuari, who chased Potini and his whānau out of the bay and chased them out of the North Island and set up sentinels of obsidian to keep Pounamu out of the North Island, and chased them all the way until he was only found here in the South Island. And why is Nelson Pounamu so unique and special and different? Our Pounamus had been, Nelson Pou's been folded. The Pounamu here, which was already on the land and which had already been exposed through weathered activity, these nodes have been refolded and recooked, and then it's come up again in nodes that have been exposed in the land, and these nodes are totally different and unique. And does the Nelson mineral belt affect the colour of our Pou? Yeah, it does. You've got a vast array of mixtures. I've got Pou, which has got copper seam through it. You've got the mixtures of different types of rock and time. Like where you've got nephrite that has been over time turned into diopside. But within that stone you'll have 3 or 4 mixes. You'll have garnet, nephrite, serpentine, diopside, all in the same stone. And those combinations added that with chromium, or chromite diopside. Those beautiful bright greens through it is just phenomenal. So it may not be pure nephrite, but at one stage it would have been, and being it refolded has changed its composition. And it doesn't make it any less beautiful. In some cases it gives it more personality. Why is good Nelson stone hard to find to carve? Good Nelson stone is really hard to find, and when you do find it you've got to work to get it. Sometimes you might get a mix and you've got to cut out those mixes that aren't nephrite, like serpentine or diopside. Sometimes you get mixes where there's garnet, that's quite common. Sometimes you get a beautiful node, like this beautiful baby here. They're rare, but they're there and they're getting more common. And I feel that's because time has played an important part in where we live, and we're only finding nodes because we're eroded by weather. Find 2 different stones in one spot. Like you can find that, although that's creamy, that and that, all within a very small space of each other, and they've all come from the same field, the same area. So it's a combination of many factors on why the colours are so different. Ultramafic rocks, lots of iron, lots of minerals, folded and reboiled and recooked. It's like having a boil up for the 3rd time, on the 3rd time's the best. Watercress is all broken down, meat's all soft and tender, and the potatoes are just... Do I have any more stories? I have tons of stories, Stories of how amazing crossroads have met and come together. From finding massive boulders of Pounamu to being employed by the iwi as a Taonga specialist, to finding out that in my whakapapa I pretty much am descendant from all 5 iwi here in Te Tau Ihu. Our life's gone on a journey that we'd never ever thought possible, and not slow, fast. You know, from finding the tukini to sharpening it, you know, it's gone that quick.